Hey, it's Bernard Nomberg with the Nomberg Law Firm in Birmingham, Alabama, and we wanted to take a few minutes to discuss smart usage of cell phone. And this would apply to children, teens, adults, anyone, whether you are just getting a phone for the first time or have had a phone for quite a while and use it every day. These are just some helpful, friendly reminders on some smart cell phone use. First and foremost, almost every person who has a smartphone is on social media at some point, some way, somehow connected, whether they have multiple accounts or just one account. Or even if you don't have those, but you still post things to public forums of any sort. Be smart about what you share. Be smart about the information that you share that's personal to you. Have an even keel, if you will, emotionally when you're sharing information. It's very easy to send something and then regret it and it's already out there. Cell phones are personal. When you allow someone else to borrow your phone, or if you walk away in a public place and leave your phone somewhere, it's very likely, it's highly likely, it could be taken or misused in your absence. So please be mindful of where your phone is when you're in public at all times. And for that matter, put a password on it that only you know. Having it password protected doesn't necessarily always mean that it'll be secured, but it certainly helps with those things, whether it's with scanner options, with your thumb or your eyes or whatever it is, face recognition, or just a unique code that you create. Whatever you are posting, going back to what I was talking about a minute ago about posting information online, be prepared for negative feedback. Be prepared for people to not be kind. It's very easy to hide behind an account that could be a fake one, or just it allows people, for some reason, it gives them the ability to say things anonymously that they would never say in person. And for that matter, please limit what you share by way of videos and texting and things that are not appropriate. There are way too many stories about kids in school or adults in the professional places. There's hundreds of stories, sadly, where people have just not used good judgment and done things that are inappropriate, sent things that are inappropriate. When you're using your cell phone, and I'm as guilty as the next guy, be mindful of who you're in the presence with. Try to have some type of a no cell phone usage when you're at meetings, when you're at meals. Be present, be in the minute, be in the moment with your people. They'll appreciate it just like you'd appreciate it with them. If you're on apps, if you use apps, know what they are, know what they do, because many of them are quite powerful. We're not just talking about Twitter, Facebook, Instagram, Snapchat. I'm talking about any of these apps. PayPal. There's hundreds, there's thousands of apps that have great usages, but know how to use them properly. Learn about them. Go to YouTube and watch videos about how to use them. They're all kind of great information on YouTube. Try to create some downtime. Are you away from your phone at all during the day, except when you're sleeping? And when you're asleep, where is that phone? Is it right next to your head or right next to your bed? Try to create some type of boundaries for yourself. Have a mental break from your phone. Sharing your location is something that also, from a safety perspective, you need to be very mindful. Learn how the location sharing options are on your phone and learn when the proper times to use it or not use it. That's a very important thing, particularly when people are, maybe if family members are trying to find you, that's one thing. I do that with my family. But try not to share your locations with people who you don't know. Have a conversation if you're dealing with children or first-time owners of phones or users of phones. Have a conversation, and I don't mean a lecture. I mean a conversation about smartphone use. Maybe create a contract with your youngster about proper cell phone use. We did that with both of our girls, and I don't know how well it worked, but at least it gave me peace of mind a little bit. Driving in a car and cell phone use is one of the most deadly forms of traveling and transportation that there is. And I've given lectures at schools. There's videos here on our YouTube channel. But distracted driving is one of the worst things that a person can do. Whether it's texting, talking on the phone, looking up things, regardless of what it is, please be mindful of others on the road and those in your car. Be smart about your cell phone use when driving a vehicle. Going back to children, consider having parental control tools. And there's many options out there. You can research what's best for yourself. Lastly, when you have a phone, you have a very powerful device in your hands. It's amazing the capabilities of what cell phones do now, and I'm sure in the future it's only going to become more and more as technology advances and as society evolves. Be mindful of what you have in your hand and how you use it. Cell phones are a wonderful thing, but if not used properly, they can create lots of problems and havoc in your life. If you have questions or concerns about any of this, go to connectsafely.org. That's where we got most of our information. It's a great resource for information. You're also welcome to call us at any point in time. 205-930-6900 is our office number. Nomberglaw.com is our website. Of course, this YouTube channel has hundreds of videos about all different types of topics. Please consider subscribing to it. And if you like this video, give us a thumbs up and tell us what you think. And if you didn't care for it, that's okay. Tell us that too. We also can be found on Twitter and Facebook.